start talking. So on Wednesday there was a demand. We were talking about like what would everyone wants to do next time, and the demand was to do an exercise about health. And let's see. So today I'm going, like, I made an algorithm in my head what we are going to do. So health is always about balance between our body, about our emotions, and mind. So there is always a holy trinity in everything. So there is a hyper, there is a hypo function that we can overdo something or don't do enough. And there is always, I'm not a doctor, so I want to be very clear. And what I'm looking at is from the point of where the energy is going and what is how do you use this energy. So we will do the diagnostics first and see if we need to balance anything and what kind of emotions may cause this disbalance in your body. So this is my ultimate goal. And everything that is related to health, especially if you have already issues with your health, current issues in your body, it means that emotions already suppressed so much that it's manifested in a physical form, that we will please be very gentle with you. If it's too much, let me know. We'll do some exercises in the middle. Make sure that you have enough water, and if you need a break, take a break. So this is not just a fun drawing that will, like, for me, I feel like it will be quite a work that we will experience today. So let's start, and I will switch to my camera and see how it goes. Let me wait. Okay. So in the future, if you want, you can use outlines, like body outlines, like a woman, I have a man, I have a cartoonish baby, but because we were not prepared for this, we are going to draw a symbolic figure of your body, the body that you feel comfortable right now. So it could be a little bit disbalanced, and this is perfectly fine, because first of all, we are going to do diagnostics. We need to look at things as they are. And I will use my paper vertical, but it's up to you. You can use horizontal if you want. So we start, you can, the beginning could be, I already start drawing with my marker, which I still did not sort it out. Some of them are there. So I'm making the middle, the center, because it will be easier for me to balance when I know what the center is. And I can even make some areas that half of my body. So this will be my body, my neck. This will be my shoulders, my waist, and my feet. So this is my head, my neck. It could be very cartoonish, so I want you to don't really worry about how it will look, because we will add so much lines on top of it that it really will look differently.
But should we do it with dividing a middle line and everything, or?
Yes, I would, because it will help you to really recognize where is the middle, where is the, do you have a symmetry in your body or not? And when I'm talking about symmetry, it's a energetic symmetry as well. And I already noticed that my right side is bigger. And because I'm not an artist, I will draw myself in pens. It's just easier. So this, oh, I'm like very generous with my legs. My legs very long on this drawing. Okay, so my body looks a little bit male, but it's okay. It's
so
never...
Anna, we can use any other, like I can draw it female body too?
Yes, yeah, if you can. Yes, of course, because it's really...
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It really depends on your artistic ability. My artistic ability is limited at drawing people.
And, yeah.
I'm a little bit more abstract artist.
So I can dress up like a put skirt, for example, isn't it?
Yes, you can. Yes, of course you can.
Okay. All right.
And we just need the outline. You can, like in the future, you can take something that's already printed. And for next class, we will probably do it, but not for this one. Yes.
I already got my head like way off center.
Okay.
So do I just continue with?
Yes, continue, because you will be able to balance it.
So I guess what I'm asking is, do I go from the center of that circle to make the neck, or do I go more with the line?
Go more with the line. Like if you will be able to balance everything else. So yeah, but notice like this, for example, this is right, this is left for me. And you will be able, like, especially when it's a head, which side is, wait, I need to switch, because right now I look like lefty. Some of the, okay. So now you see that this is right, this is left. Oh, I'm already thirsty. And I see that my one leg is longer than another. So this is a kind of diagnostics. How do you see yourself? And I see myself as a man. Interesting. It's already an information. Some information for me. So do you have beautiful bodies? the good thing about my man that he is quite balanced. So this is already a good sign for me that I'm maybe the middle line is not really middle, but it's kind of balanced one.
So my question is, the line should be straight or curvy? If that matters?
So at the beginning, we do the straight line. This is just like just the beginning. We will have
Okay.
curves as many as possible.
Mhm.
Okay. So when we talk about the body, the first of all, how do we accept energy from the earth? So now we are going to take the energy from the earth, feel grounded, like we will ground this person, because we always want to travel in different dimensions, but it's very dangerous to go high if you don't have good roots. So before we can go anywhere high, we need grounding, and this is very, very important. So for grounding, I'm start collecting energy from the earth, from Mother Earth. And these neural lines are going and they explore my body and do it very slowly so you can feel if energy has stuckness somewhere in your body. Like if you feel there is a stuckness. In some area you want to bring more energy, in some areas you don't. So pay attention. So make sure that you do it very slowly. There is no rush.
Do you mean like the line represents the energy?
Line represents the energy that we're taking from the earth.
Thank you.
This is our roots. We are like really suck in the energy that gives us grounding, give a sense of presence, give a sense of security. Like this is the energy of Mother Earth. And we just start exploring and see, like you will be surprised, but some areas will have much more crossing than others. So we just explore. We don't rush. Like if there is any areas that you feel like you want to rush through, going very, very fast, it means there is a painful experience in this body. So be very, like slow down, experience it even more. So we're creating this earth flow, earth energy flow that helps us to be connected to the nature, to the earth. Pay attention. Do you have any emotion starts appearing? Do you have any body reactions? You can, like after I start just drawing, I immediately feel thirsty. My body asking for water. And I don't really drink enough. If you feel like you have enough lines, you may start rounding corners. And you can add more as we go. So you can add more lines at any time. Okay. Whew. So we have this very interesting experience. At least I have. I have a lot of. I don't recognize it what it is yet, but I feel like it's the intensity of emotion starts rising. It's maybe it's something that I really ignored. Maybe I think it's more like a feeling of a grief. Make sure that you're still breathing. There is a, if emotions become overwhelming, start paying attention. How do you breathe? Don't force the breathing, but just observe how the air goes in and goes out of your nostrils. Just observing, it's already maybe very helpful. The observer make a difference. It's interesting. It feels like there is not enough lines for me.
Now I feel overwhelmed by my lines.
You're overwhelmed? Is it too much? So focus on different levels at the beginning. So just round whatever is like below knees and go further, or maybe make one small stream of smooth lines and add another smooth line. So it's whatever makes easier for you. Because if you started what?
I started with my heart.
Okay, heart opening. It could be too. Does it help?
I think so.
Any emotion starts showing up?
Not yet, but it's, usually when I start rounding it, it kind of calms me and keeps me from panicking.
Good, good. Keep rounding, one corner at a time. Remember, the drawing is just, it's a secondary. What is the most important is what is going on inside of you, in your body, in your emotions, in your mind. So drawing is just helping us to remember the movement that we're experiencing and maybe make it a little bit more obvious. Busy area.
It's almost like mind-boggling. This one's a lot different than the others.
Yes, because we're already defining our body here. Before it was more abstract, and now it's first of all, the theme of health is always very important for everyone, especially right now when there is a pandemic situation, and it's everyone is thinking about it. But even just recognizing ourselves in this body is could be very intense. So we try to be very gentle, but we want to see what needs to be seen. Only what needs to be seen. We will have some challenge for coloring it. Interesting.
Yeah, I have a headache right now. I never have
Okay.
it before. Funny.
So make sure that you drink enough water, and let me know if the
Okay.
headache, is it bearable?
No, it's like a pulsing.
It's pulse. Okay.
Pulsing.
On which side, left or right?
Left.
So it's related to your mom. So
Oh, my poor mother again.
it's always about mom. It's about because it's about your feminine side. So start rounding more on left side.
Right there. Oh, I'm just start working there. Funny.
Okay, so this keep moving because this is more important for you.
Yeah,
listen to your body, because when we work with body already reacts, especially when body reacts, strong reactions, it gives you clues. It gives you some areas that you need to pay attention.
Thank you, Anya.
You're welcome. And let me know if the headache will be like too much. I will give you the like simple exercise that can help you to reset your brain.
Okay. At least it's not Tylenol.
No, no, no. This will be very simple.
Just okay. Thanks.
No, it's actually like we're trying to activate emotions to be able to look at them, and any medications will just suppress them back. So it's I would really advise, for at least while you're still rounding, be cautious about medication. It's not like I give you any prescription, just make sure that like we activated some areas and don't try to suppress it, because the only thing that I'm asking, like, be very gentle with yourself. I was watching another video. Another instructor was teaching about health, and she was, the idea was that she increased some energy in some areas and decrease some energy in another areas. I don't feel really like that we need to increase or decrease any energy, because there is the nature wisdom why there is a lack of energy there, and if we just try to push it, it may cause more problems. So I want to more about balancing than really make you energetically active, because any sickness has a great intention, something that we maybe not recognize it, but there is a wisdom in our body. We just need to learn how to really hear it. And our body knows everything. Like I want to tell you the story how I experienced walking on burning charcoals a few years ago. I was a participant of very intense training. It was, yeah, I cannot say that it was a retreat, because it was more like training, very deep work on many different levels, body, spirit, and emotions, for sure. In Russia, it's only in sacred place in Altai. So, and it was interesting when you working with energy of fire. It's not about willpower, that everyone can walk on the burning charcoals, even the like 600, 800 Celsius degrees, and without any burnings. It's not about willpower, but it's really asking and communicate with the energy of fire. What do you need the energy for? And for me, was surprisingly, it was my first experience. I did not know what to expect. And when the facilitators start making fire, my body starts reacting. I really had a desire to start marching. So I'm like, okay, it's weird. I just set aside and start marching. This is a little bit too much, but people start looking at me like I'm weirdo, but it was very clear that body needed to march. So I started marching, and after a few minutes, I started breathing differently. Like there was a different rhythm in breathing. So my body had to like allowed itself to prepare for something that I wasn't ready yet. And people started laughing at me, especially for those who's first time. So I'm like, okay, I'm weirdo, so nobody knows me there. I was marching and breathing differently. And the facilitator, after the whole fire was set up, and he starts saying like, okay, so now we are going to prepare ourselves. And we are going to do pretty much everything that Anna is doing. So we are going to march. So we start increasing the blood flow in our feet, so you will not be burned. And we start breathing differently to keep the rhythm. And that's when I realized that really the trust to my body is the best healing I can give. Like body knows much better than my mind can accept. And when you start walking on burning charcoals, you really feel when the body feels the pull, even it should be against any laws, like natural laws, that body does not have to want to walk on fire, but it does. It's really, there is like a calling from the fire, and you just follow the calling. And some people are walking like 10 times. I walked 3 times, and it was enough for me, because when you ask the energy, there is you always ask energy for something. What do you want to do in your life? So pretty much what I asked energy for has realized already, or keep still realize, like becoming true. The only thing that haven't happened yet that I wanted to open the spiritual resort where you can practice different modalities for different people. But I still have time. It would be nice. So listen to your body. What does it calling you to do? What does it need? Allow it to speak to you.
Were you fasting before you did the?
No.
No?
You cannot drink alcohol, but I was, I did not fasting, but I did, it was a vegetarian diet. So, and I'm vegetarian for years already. So I'm not vegan, but vegetarian. There was a lot of really emotional discoveries at that time. There was a lot of breathing exercise, a lot of meditation, body work. So it's the fact that my body was so attuned and sensitive, and I was attuned to my body. That's I think that's why there was such a profound experience for me. But it's not always happening. Like I still try to listen to my body, but not always. Sometimes I'm in rush and I'm ignoring, and because it requires time and effort, and it's just so much easier to ignore it.
Well,
And
I think it's the other way around. It's so much easier when you hear it, because otherwise it's so clear what to do. Otherwise, we are thinking with our brains and trying to decide things we cannot really understand.
It depends what's your situation. So, like I believe that like at the end, if you listen to your body, it's much easier and much more effective. But some people really try to cut the corner, and it's not always works well for yourself, or indulge yourself too much. So. Interesting. Not so much lines across my head. There isn't. I don't want to activate my brain for some reason. Okay, so it's interesting structure now. Everything is the body shape is really dissolving. At least mine. The breathing exercises are the best to be like really allows you to be connected to your body. Just observing the breathing is may gives you a lot of support. So I learned the breathing method that calls Sudarshan Kriya. So it helps go deeper in your meditation. But it's really, it requires discipline and effort to dedicate time for yourself. It will save you much more time, and you will be much more effective when you take care of yourself. But it looks, at the beginning, it looks an effort. And it requires time to establish this hobby or this routine in your life.
Was this from the Art of Living, Sudarshan Kriya?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So it's an Indian teacher. They teach that if you're very busy and you don't have time for meditation, it means that you need to do meditation twice a day instead of one time, like double your meditation, and it will be much more effective for you. I'm not the person who is following any gurus, but when I feel like this could be helpful, I share the information. I'm very cautious about gurus.
Sorry, I was drinking water. Is this line, I missed that. What are we doing with that line for?
Which one?
The one you're just doing. Like, they project something?
On the site?
The outside, yeah,
So
yeah.
I just expanded, like I got enough energy from the bottom. So now I can expand it on site. So now I feel like I can grow. I can affect more, influence more energy around, and I feel like I can be, because I feel supported. This is very important. Like when we start taking this energy from the ground, we feel supported. Do you feel supported, Dan?
I do. I have my sister Monica here too, and I force her to do it. So that's why I describe her. Yeah. Okay.
Bringing more and more lines. So what I'm looking at, all my energy from the bottom to top has a flow, and that it's a balanced flow, that I have enough roots to support my thoughts, to support my imagination, and to enough roots to ground any energy that I can receive from the higher levels. And I've noticed that some of the areas in my body, really there's more and more crossings that I expected. And I'm bringing, and I'm drawing the circle around it with intention to harmonize it. And I want to harmonize this area. Even I, like on physical level, even I don't have symptoms in these areas, I want just be safe than sorry. And you pay attention to your drawings, like where do you have more crossings or darker lines, like pay attention to those areas, bring more love. Like, so I'm bringing more love here. I see this area and I want to harmonize this area. Interesting. So such a breathe out, big breathe out when I brought more love there. So I don't really have to analyze right now what caused this crossings, like what could be there, what kind of disease is there. Like if you don't have any physical symptoms there, it's okay. You just trust your body, that body really tried to speak to you, that it really needs your attention. So pay attention to this area. It could be not physical symptoms yet, but it's some emotion that's hidden there, suppressed there, and I accept it as it is, and I'm sending my love and loving energy there. So I'm not trying to suppress it. The circles is really about balancing, about seeing it, loving it. And it's like, it feels like, I feel so peaceful when I bring in those lines to the ground. I can do it forever, I think. You can do it on your picture photo, like if you have a full-size picture of your body, you can make an outline or just print it very, very light, and with gentleness as much as possible. You use a fine liners, like very thin. This is a thick one, but like if you use a very thin lines, you can explore your body. We don't do catharsis on such drawings. This is about gentleness to your body. We don't really force anything. If you feel that there is so much pressure and energy, and you can do catharsis on another page, on another piece of paper, finish it and come back to the drawing. So, but don't do catharsis on this one. Because catharsis is usually very powerful. So it's a lot of emotions related to it. So okay, so what I forgot to do, we forgot to do the exercise 2 minutes, but we will do this exercise at the end, and we'll see what will be our new state of health, what will be our new relationship to ourselves. This is what looks like magnifying glass, like when I take magnifying glass to my body and look closer to it, like what can I see there? The circles, like microscope, what do I see there? Without judgment, I just accept it. And what does it need from me? I was meeting with a shaman from Canada. And she said, like, whatever you see, it means that you can fix it. You just need to trust to your guides how to do it. And we worked on our guides last time. And remember that the circles could be not just on your body, but they could be in a different, a little bit on a distance from you, because we have a physical body, we have a etheric field, we have emotional and mental body, lower mental body. So there's other bodies like different levels already. So it's very important to understand that it's if it's not appears in your body, it does not mean that everything is doing perfect, because it could be still be in your mental body that it's just starts boiling until it's really will be manifested. So if you feel like something is in your surroundings, you can bring more circles. Like, for example, I see this could be a circle.
Anna,
Yes.
I missed the part about the circles. My internet went out.
So look at your drawing and see if there's any area that has the most crossings, like that they stand out because there's so many crossings there, and it's
Okay.
maybe darker or maybe bolder crossings. It means that there is something out of balance. So much energy is going there. So much, and the energy can try to support it, or maybe try to suppress some emotion. Usually when we have anger that we don't want to express, and it's very like strong and powerful, there is so much energy that we invest in suppressing this anger, that we could be depleted, energy depleted. All our life force is going there. So I want you to notice where on your body, on your drawing, there is such a concentrated, energetic spot. And bring the circle, brings this like a magnifying glass, bring your attention there, brings your love, balance, and acceptance as it is.
Thank you.
And the circles could be on your body, or could be a little bit, or could be around it. My body becomes like very thirsty.
How do we feel about ovals?
Ovals are doing fine. So they can look more like eggs or just ovals. So as long as it doesn't have corners, so we don't bring any triangles or with squares.
Okay.
So, but ovals will be fine. So circle represents the whole potential, but there is no really perfect circle, like, because we don't use a compass, we just use a hand, and everything is a little bit crooked, let's say. Okay, well,
Cattywampus.
yeah. So how are you doing? How's your body reactions? Do we have any?
When I was going over my feet, they were throbbing.
Really? So make sure that all lines going not just through your feet, but through your root chakra as well. I feel that root chakra really helps us to ground.
What is a root chakra?
Root chakra is on a base of what's the word? It's so the root chakra will be here. The second chakra, sacral chakra, will be here. So it's, between your legs. So root chakra will be between your legs. And it's helps to feel grounded, and it helps to feel secure, safe. Okay. Interesting. My head looks so perfectly round. Good. I like that my head is round. Maybe. And maybe some of the circles you can make, you want feel like you want to make bigger, or you want to make lines several times. So trust your feelings, like go with this, make it stronger, invest more energy in it. So I'm just bringing more and more support to myself. So more love from myself, first of all. So I'm giving this love to myself, and when I can have it enough from me, I will notice more and more love from other people around me. Because if you don't love yourself, why anybody else have to do it for you? So this is about really bringing wholeness to you. See where you can, where the leak is, what is leaking. And And if your mind will be quiet, maybe you will even understand, maybe you have some insights why this leak has happened. Some memories can appear in your suddenly, like something you will remember, or maybe you will see it's in your dream after the class. And again, in this dream, observe, no judgment, just observe. Observe like it's trying to tell you something. Try to read the message. Accept the message with gratitude. So my body really reacts in the way I'm breathing.
Okay, Anna, I got to go, you know where, and I'll check on your art
Okay.
next time.
Okay. So
I'll
show
see
me
them.
send me the picture when you will be finished.
Yeah, so far it's just like that. So still.
Oh, it's a lot of, you see how much you have on the left side?
It's right.
It's right?
Yeah. You mean this?
Yes. When you
Yeah,
look
that's
at,
right.
for you, it's right?
Oh, actually, no, it's left. You're right. Yeah, left.
So bring more lines there, like from the outside, or bring more lines towards the border. Yeah, dissolve it a little bit, because it's the concentration there is very high. So bring bigger resources, bigger circles, more support, and more love there. There is a lot of energy there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll finish.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still working, obviously.
And if
Thank
you
you.
need more help, let me know.
Okay, yeah, I'll show you next time.
Bye, dear.
Thanks. Thank you.
А what help she can give you? How to draw? If ты говоришь это от
No,
вас.
it's emotional.
Diana, just a second, Kenny. Diana, do you still have a headache? Diana,
Sorry, I was on mute.
do you still have
No, it's gone. I forget about when I start working in my other part.
Okay, good. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure that it's gone. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, Kenny.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so this is what I have so far.
Okay, so I see your blue outline.
So should I circle here and then do a separate circle here?
Yes. And
Okay.
what I really want you to make a little bit more bolder yourself. So you, like, I know there is an outline of you, but it's,
Oh, okay, make the outline more bold.
Yeah, make yourself a little bit more visible.
Okay, I didn't know if it was supposed to be something in the background or not.
No. Like, it's you. You are the most important there, and all those lines, they waving in you. So like yes, yeah.
I think it's really interesting that literally it looks like another person right inside of me.
It does. It gives
It looks
you
like a person just turning to the side a little bit, and it literally is like telling a story of my health over the past year and a half.
It's really,
really
different structure. It gives
Yeah.
some kind of structure. That's why it's very important to make yourself visible.
Right.
So this is your body, and this is what you occupy. So there is no visitors in our body.
Right.
So just claim your body and own it. So make
Yes.
yourself visible and bold and strong.
Okay.
Okay, so I keep moving. So if you have any questions, let me know. I will. It's hard to talk when there is no subject. Even the body is like really. So for me as a healer, the healing is about relaxing and allow the energy go through you. So because we always have this access to the most powerful resources, but the body is usually in stress by everyday living, and it's so entangled and so constrained that we don't allow ourselves to accept this healing. So the healing mechanism is inside of us. We just allow it to be activated and accept the gift of healing from the universe, from the earth, from the universe, from other people. So as a healer, most important is to relax ourselves or my clients, and clients will accept the healing, not from me, but from the different dimensions, which he already exists. We all have these different levels, bodies, and just it's not like only chosen people have a etheric field. Everyone has it, and it's already scientifically proven that we all have this vibration and glowing. You can see it. There is already equipment that helps you to see it. And many things that can affect it, like crystals can affect it, emotions can really affect it a lot. And it's there are different emotions, there are different vibrations. The highest vibrations are love and gratitude. Lowest ones are fear and anger. So they just have different vibrations. It doesn't mean that they're bad. They're just a different vibrational level, which sometimes we need to feel more present, and we need to be function on a daily basis. So sometimes we need this lower vibration. If we always will be with open heart, it's a little bit exhausting for our body, because vibration on high, it's a higher vibration, and body just getting exhausted. It needs a lot of rest to regain energy. Until it will be used to higher levels. And circles could be small and big. It could be very little, like bubbles, that just gives you some room to breathe, some room to feel lightness. So you don't get overwhelmed. And when we talk about increasing vibration, it's not necessary that you will have tomorrow you will wake up and everything will be like healthy and fit and everything will move as it's supposed to be. But when you change your vibration, you may attract in your life, in your in like surroundings, new methods, new modalities, new doctors, new information about how to become healthier, how to become more active, and energized. So it's some people can call it coincidences, but I've seen so many times that coincidences really not just the coincidences, and it's more like side effects, beautiful side effects of what we're doing. We reduce blockages, energetic blockages in our body, and increase our vibration, and this could be very helpful on a daily basis. Another thing that really I want to say is that pay attention to your house. If your house is very often represents your body, is it well organized, well taken care of house, or is it messy? Is it over crowded, like too much stuff? Our body is our house, and we just projected in our on a different level, in different manifestation, the same rules that we apply to our body. So I know that my house there's too much stuff in it, and that I need to make very good priorities what I need to do, what is the most important. It's clean enough, but it's still be too much stuff, just too much. I need to learn how to let go stuff, and as a result I have overweight because I'm not feel comfortable letting go stuff. Not even people, like people I can let go, but stuff, this is my thing. So it's an interesting insight.
Emotional stuff or what stuff?
Emotional could be too, but it's easier to see how you collecting physical stuff like things, clothing, because each clothing is represents some emotion, some hopes, some experiences, and if you really don't let it go, this is an indication that you cannot let go emotions as well. Some old furniture, some things that like from travels, they could be overpowering your personal space. So the same that what is going on in your house usually applies to your body. And I have, this is my husband's favorite topic. Let's clean the garage. So maybe after this drawing about my house, I will finally clean the garage.
I've noticed that about not necessarily my house, which is a good observation for me, but with houseplants, that the more out of farther away I am of taking care of myself, the more of my houseplants die.
Oh, like plants really attunes to people. Plants and pets, like they very sensitive. My cat always sleeps with those who need the most support. And it's he who chooses where he's going to sleep, not other way. And different plants are like represent different energies, I guess so. So if you have a space on site, bring more lines, like bring more connections to other people as well. Or because you need house to be active. So it's not just to be alone, even it's sometimes needed. But if you want to be actively participated in communications with other people, with the social life, bring more lines on site. Like there is no empty space on my drawing anymore. And if you've done already enough, more lines here. If you've done enough lines and enough, you feel like this circles that we did give you enough support, enough love, and if you feel like, okay, so I'm maybe ready to, like, I give myself enough attention and I take care of myself, and I want somebody else give me this attention and love. This is an interesting subject about acceptance, this love. So bring this, what would be this, where would you draw this support? For example, for me, if I would accept love from somebody, it would be I have such interesting egg, not even circle, but egg, something new. Okay, we'll see. Something very generous. So, and we integrate this love with rounding each corner and integrate it in our system, in our neuron system, in our body. We always pay attention to 3 points: body, emotions, and our thoughts, what we are thinking about it. Okay, so I'm accepting love on my heart level. If I would maybe look, yeah, it's around heart. Okay. Whoever is ready to give love, I'm ready to accept. Heart to heart. Nothing else. Just in case who will be watching this, I'm happily married. So girls, how's your body reactions? How's your emotional state? It's different, isn't it, from what we've done before? There is a...
It's a very hard work for me. Like I'm working very hard. Lots of resistance.
Is it emotional resistance or is it even physically difficult?
Even physically it's difficult, so difficult, and everything is so so convoluted. Like, I don't know if you see it. It's
okay. So bring more resources, bring more support, allow yourself to bring it.
You look so strong. It looks so strong. Your body. I don't know. You look so. Yeah, that looks great.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you have a man too.
Yes. How much I can draw.
Yeah. Men is usually represent independence. You are too independent, just as I am. I love this skinny lines. They really give this sense of movement, sense of dynamic. Legs. Like, could you bring it a little bit upper? Yeah, like it's interesting. You have a support on the one side. You have the circle, smaller one. On another, you want to bring the balance and have the same circle, or you already brought the bigger one?
Bigger one.
Bigger one. So you want one side is more supported.
Yeah, I have plenty of circles everywhere.
Yes, it's a lot of roundings you need to do. Like there's still a lot.
Too many roundings.
I'm thinking, you see how this, the help, this all the support, it's a little bit out of balance. The lower side and upper side are like you have on lower side on one side, and the upper side, like bigger circle on the upper level is moved to another side. Like there is they are not centered. And I'm thinking if I want to do it, like if I would advise to do anything about it or not. You know, I would not, what I want, those circles, they're beautiful circles, but they kind of splitting you in half. There is, I want you more concentrated on flow. I want you to be in the flow, because they separate a little bit your lower and upper body. So make stronger lines. And when we do, when we'll bring the field lines, they will give a sense of this strong flow, this very energized power, and it will connect everything. So maybe it will give you the bigger structure. But you notice how different quality of lines on one side and it's a completely different quality of lines on different sides.
Yes, yes. Left side is a lot more entanglements.
So just explore it, because I know that it's a resistance, but just explore it and witness that, yes, your mother and father are very different people. And because they both in your life, you have both those qualities. And those qualities are very powerful. And this is what makes you unique. You don't have to choose between them. You can integrate both of those energies. And it's very, very profound. It's like you need, like if you will be able to integrate both qualities, like the boulder lines and skinny lines, and wave them beautifully, it will be one of a kind. Very, a lot of energy. You have a lot of energy, it's for sure.
Yes, lots of energy. Thank you.
How do you feel like when you see those very strong roots from your feet?
They remind me of teeth, actually, of roots for like those are jaw teeth, one row of teeth, and then top row of teeth. That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting. I would not expect this. Interesting. So what do you bite with those teeth?
Bite my tongue.
Mm. Can they smile?
Mm. There is a smile going right. This one is a smile here.
It's like a smile of a cat from the Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
Just appearing.
Disappearing Cheshire cat.
Do you feel supported when you're standing on that smile?
It's more like Gulliver got tied in with ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Not supported.
Okay.
Imprisoned.
So stay with this. Stay with this feeling of tightness until you will be enough to break it.
Okay.
You remember the Gulliver is really, he was tied just because he allowed them to tie them. It wasn't really the stopping their decision.
Yeah. Yes, I can see that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
thank you, Natalia. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'm moving to next step. And what the next step I will invite you to do is to use just 3 colors to color this drawing. There's 3 base colors: blue, red, and yellow. And when we mix them, there will be new, you can really, by mixing them, you can create any color you want. You can create all the rainbow colors could be created from this. What I'm looking for the blue one. Okay, so I have red, blue, and yellow. So blue represents structure. It gives the depth, it gives the structure, it gives the peace, it gives contempt. So there's a lot of movement, but like watery movement with blue. Red gives the energy, and energy could be from anger to joy. So there is a lot of emotions related to it, and it could be physical reactions as well. So the temperature, and it could be rush. The red could be very powerful as well. And yellow, this is what brings you lightness and happiness, at least in this exercise. So this exercise, this gives you structure. Blue gives you structure, red gives you energy, and yellow gives you joy and lightness, happiness. It gives you happiness. So mix them and see how they will be mixed and how they will be in balance on this drawing. So it's always about Trinity, like this is our Trinity: body, mind, emotions. It's about our Trinity colors. It's about Holy Trinity, about spirit and soul and body. It's could be anything that can come in 3. So just start mixing them. And remember, when you are blending those colors, new colors can appear. So it's a little bit challenge to use just 3 basic colors. If you have not enough resistance, try to do this exercise.
Already not enough resistance. Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay.
This is very important. Like when we do work with health, we know that everything that we've tried before, not everything, but some of it works, some of them not. So today we are really creating something completely new. something that our body was not prepared, our mind was not prepared, and this gives us a hope that it will have an effect. The only thing that we need to be sure we finish it in a very balancing way. So we're really looking for the balance. We're looking for the harmony on our drawing. And you can color it with as a flow for some reason. And I just follow this desire. I want to color circles. They look very important for me.
And so I'm behind because my circling took, I mean, my rounding took so much time, and I still
Okay.
finding things around. But and I drew some circles, and then what was after drawing the circles? Bringing things from the outside?
Yes. So if you want to have any support from outside, if you need some love and acceptance from the surroundings, now, like when you felt already love that you can give yourself and acceptance, like everything that is boiling inside of you, now it's feel if you're comfortable to accept the same love and attention from others. And when I'm looking right now, I feel like I see the very big circle here. This one. As you see, I can add more lines or circles at any step of my drawing. I can even finish my drawing, and if I will notice something tomorrow, I can do it. Nothing can stop me. It's interesting. This big circle that I added here looks like a mother breast to me. It's really about nursing myself, nursing me, and I accept it. I accept my mom mothering me. Allow her to mother me, which is always a challenge then for me. Okay, let's try to blend colors. and I purchased new tool that I will show you later when we do filled lines, if I don't forget about it. Okay, so my ultimate goal to create green color out of yellow and blue. We'll see how it goes.
Anna, are you limiting yourself to one shade of blue, one shade of yellow?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
limited only to the 3 colors.
Okay.
So I don't take them like, the red is a little bit too intense, but blue I use quite light, so it's easier to blend, because if it will be too overpowering, it will be hard to blend with anything else.
Okay.
This is about balancing in your body structure, energy, and lightness, happiness. And consciousness as well. Okay. So it's not exactly green, but this is what it is. But it's an interesting
You know, on
color.
my screen.
On your screen is green? Good. And I want to feel more structure. Maybe if you don't want to blend colors, you can just use the 3 colors. And you can color different shapes. What I want to try, I want to experience if I can combine shapes and flow and see how it goes. And if you able to do, try to save some lightness in your body. I'm a little bit already too late to do some lightness on my body. It's already some intensity, but you can try. You don't have to color everything, so just if you want to leave some white areas, you can do it. You don't even have to finish the coloring. You can keep it in black and white, but colors usually emotions, and there will be a lot of emotions when we start coloring. This red, I'm letting go. Something. It's interesting, like I know a lot about colors, but when I start coloring, all my analytics are turned off and I just follow what I want to do. Like I'm not even sure if I'm going to analyze anything. So right now I'm just want to color the way I do. There's this strange red one, veins.
Can I share something?
Yes.
I noticed when
Okay, I see.
I noticed when I started to add my support lines to the community and like to bring in not just from the earth, but it made it a lot more work, and I really had to think about it. And I kind of laughed. Like I like the balance that it creates now, but it just occurs to me like relationships take work.
It does.
and it's like, whoa, now there's so much more work to do. But like I appreciate the balance of it. So it's interesting how the process can.
And remember that it's about balance between give and take. So you take energy from the earth, you take energy from the sky. Where do you give it? So like you can give, and the same, like even with the communication with people, you take as well. So it's not just from the, like, you take from all four sides and you give to all four sides. So, but yes, relationship, it's it's a different story. It's a lot of work for sure. I'm always amazed when people say that, oh, relationship, it's so easy. I haven't seen so many people that think it's easy, but it's work. But in relationship, we really, because we're working so much, it's an opportunity to grow and to develop our soul and learn something that is uncomfortable for us, but what makes us more interesting and more balanced, actually. So I know what kind of lesson I learned from my relationship is more about be in partnership, because as I am, I always make myself like decision very easily. I can be very independent, but be in a partnership, this is a challenge for me. For some people, it's opposite. For some people, it's very easy to do, to work with a group, to work and like even equally work, not just lead the group, but equally work in a group. And it's, for me, it's, I can be in a group, but in a relationship, in an equal partnership, it's a story that is going on already for over 20 years. And there is still the room to grow.
You know, I would have thought too, we've been married 20 years too, and I would have thought we would have gotten it figured out by now. But we're still working.
Good. Because I think life would be such boring if there was nothing to work on. I wish it could be boring sometimes. But I appreciate how, like, I actually, because we worked on different subjects, and it makes both of us more interesting and more mature and more and wiser. I respect myself and my spouse, my husband, for what we've learned from each other.
Okay, what do you see now?
I see the flow, and it's
With your colors, it looks so much more feminine now.
it does, like the colors is really feminine, like they really gentle. And the only thing that what I don't see I'm like, for some reason, I want to see better your shape. I want to see your boundaries. It feels like it's important to see your boundaries. And shape can be changed from what originally was. Do you want to, like, is it important for you or not?
Yeah, I agree that the other lines became very strong and I didn't like them. But I cannot make them lighter. So I'll think about how.
So you can dissolve them a little bit with the color and just make some, maybe you can make yourself with a glowing, like if you outline yourself with the color instead of making stronger
Okay.
lines, but just like accent the colors there.
Okay.
Like a gradient or something.
Okay.
Because
Thank
you, like right now, what I see, you are dissolving in the flow. And it's good.
Yeah.
Stay with this flow, but it's very important to stay in the flow and still save your shape. Still be aware who you are and where your boundaries are.
Yeah.
Only if it resonates with you, because maybe if for you staying in the flow is more important right now, be in the flow. If you feel that it's enough, you can go and just highlight in your body.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Because it's flow could be very strong and it's very easy to get lost in the flow. If it makes, even in the loving, beautiful loving flow, it still be, we still need to operate on a physical level. We still need to know our boundaries.
Why? Who needs that?
Everyone. Every responsible parent for sure needs to do it. And just a human being that wants to be seen. I'm ready to color this big mother breast. Again, I'm so admire how Natalia chose such a gentle, beautiful colors, and everything is so nice and warm. And mine is anything but gentle. Very.
You're a strong woman.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to do more drawings about my gentleness, and you remember the beginning, it was a man. Yeah, gentleness, it will be on my list. One of the classes will be about gentleness. When I use pastel colors, I have some drawings that are very gentle, but there is a feeling like there is no enough colors. There should be contrast and everything should be on fire, and it's very, and when I have too much fire, it's like, oh, it's too late. Okay, so this was supposed to be orange, but it will be bright red. Energy and happiness together. Okay, interesting. What is this one? Okay, so well, I've noticed that I need more structure. I need more structure.
I'm done today. You exhausted me completely today.
Maybe it's a signal that your body needs rest.
Yes.
Because even accept the healing requires a lot of work. It's about, it's active participation. And it's in a healing process. So yes, it's a lot of emotions. A lot of emotions really requires a lot. Digesting a lot of emotions requires energy. So there's no surprise that you can feel exhausted.
Okay, look at this now.
So
do you see it better? No?
Yeah, and I love how you combine those colors and you have beautiful green. Very So again, you look at like how much energy you have upper. So to balance your lower side, bring more colors to the lower side, to the feet, to the, and it's maybe not color the whole circle, but maybe just outline. So it will be a little bit more, there is a lot of on your body, but not much on your feet. So I want you to stay very strong on your feet. Feet still be a little bit airy. So give strong support for your to your roots. Like pump the energy from the earth, like as much as possible.
Okay.
Because you are flying away in your imagination. So come back to the ground. Make sure that you grounded first. You will not be able to accept the energy from the upper levels. Even if you have access to the upper levels, you will not be able to bring it to the earth because there is no root connections. Like there is no, like you have to be a pipe. You just, energy should go through you. But if it's stuck somewhere in the middle and it doesn't go to the earth, like the computer will be acting weird, the lights will be acting weird, there will be so much energy buzzing around you. So you need to have a good grounding. So this is a very important.
Okay. Yes. That's what was it all about. I tried to do more grounding and now going back to the ground.
Back to the grounding, yeah, back to the earth. Very important. And I was talking about it and now I'm looking at mine and I need a lot of grounding. And to grounding, I'll do red. It's interesting, like when you look at somebody's drawing, it's much easier to see what is out of balance compared to like what you see on your own drawing. Because we emotionally involved in our drawing, so it's always for such work. It's sometimes it's a good to have another person that is out of system that can take a look and give you opinion. Like I have very difficult time to analyze and really see the problems with my drawings.
My mom is an artist, and what she does is she takes a picture of what she's working on, and she says you can see it better. She really recommends doing that.
Just see from the camera.
You wouldn't think that would make a difference, but it totally does. It'll help you see things that you miss when you're just so involved in it.
Yes, and like I believe it is. Yeah.
Or turn it upside down.
It helps you like the looking through the camera or like through on the picture. It gives you the sense of seeing bigger picture on a different scale. So like you can. Okay, I'm bringing more grounding. So thank you, Natalia. Now I see my flow. I'll do what I preach. And after I'm doing like the Neurographica, it's much easier to really visualize the grounding, like roots from my feet going to the earth and feel connected through those roots and accept the energy from the earth. Because everything, what we're drawing is a very bionical, very, it's everything look like roots. Okay, so I want the yellow head. Happy head. Okay, and it will be going up. I'm like a Cipollino. Cipollo.
So I don't know if you know, but in Texas on Monday they are allowing people to gather in parks in groups of 5.
In groups of 5. Okay.
Yeah.
But Texas is not as affected as the other regions, I'd say, as I see. And some states are very mildly affected. New York is biggest target right now. Okay, so now I'm increasing my structure. Blue gives the structure, so I'm increasing my structure. I need to organize myself. So tomorrow is Saturday. You will rest well, sleep enough. Today's Kenny is very quiet.
This one was so hard for me to start. I can't tell you. It was just, when I say mind bending, I mean like my mind didn't, it was like it couldn't figure out what to do.
Okay, so show me the picture. Okay.
But like the rounding seemed hard. It seemed really hard on this one and confusing.
Confusing.
Well, just like my hand and my brain and my emotions all, I couldn't quite get them to align. It was weird in comparison to all the others. This one's been, that's why I'm so far behind.
So this is about balancing and really alignment with your, all 3 of them operate together. So this is, don't feel that you are behind because you are just moving on your own pace.
I felt like I really was being incredibly delicate with all of it. Like I took it real serious, like this is about my health and I want it to be right.
So you still be, I love how you contain and I love how you combine the colors. It's like really it's a golden green egg that you have in the middle, but you see how you a little bit reserved. You really don't, even your hands are locked. You're holding your hands on your body. You don't really reach to the outside. So if you want, you can give this reach to other people through lines, and maybe not even so direct, because you see how lines are different here. Lines are very straight, very straight here. So try to be more like try to use a curved lines, just if you want more.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you're taking it very gentle. Don't push it so hard. This is not a this is not fun drawing. This is really, we're working on very deep patterns, and it's I love how you use it very gentle. Pay attention that there is a very big knot between your legs. Yes, this one. Bring the circle, bring the more love and support to this. This feels like the tightness of the energy flow. That like
So put a circle here.
Yes, bring, or maybe even bigger. So give the support that the energy there go through smoothly. It's already around it, but it will give you more something that you can rely on or stay on or sit on. So just bring more something that will not hugging, because it's on a lower level, but to stay on, like that you can ground or some kind of base for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry that it's a little bit too intense.
Oh, no, I love it. I quite love it. But I just was so surprised and taken aback by how hard it was just to even start rounding for me on this one. And twice, I pretty much completely missed my head twice. So when you told me to make my person bolder, my body bolder, I completely skipped my head. And then in the rounding too, which I found interesting.
It's a good indication that you noticed it, because how we really disconnected our mind and our body, our upper body and lower body, like how emotions disconnected from bodies. Like it's a good, because we listen to body, and it's we listen through our mind as well. So I'm glad you have your head back.
Well, and just this is just fascinating to me, all of this, because all of this fell apart in my body over the past year. So I had to like relearn how to walk and things. So this is very indicative to what I experienced recently.
So bring more support there. So first of all, when you draw the circle on the lower, where the energy is tightened, so bring bigger, so it gives the support to your legs. So it will be less stress on legs. There will be less that you can rely on something like on a big ball. You can sit and legs will be able to rest.
Supported.
Yeah.
Okay. So do something like a large ball down here.
Yes. Even bigger. You can. This ball can be as big that it goes beyond like the edges. So something that you feel enough. Be generous with yourself. Give yourself support as much as you need.
Yeah, because I've pretty much healed most of it, but there's definitely something still right about in here that I still feel in my body. Not at this moment, but I can sneeze and it'll flare up sometimes.
So make sure that your energy there is flowing, that nothing there will be stuckness, so that the emotion that still be stuck there, because if it was especially painful experience, the emotions can be like very suppressed there. So wash it out, give some water or maybe happiness, and just allow it to flow.
Yeah, because I mean, when you say painful, I mean, at one point I actually thought I might die from the pain. It was so intense. I thought it was going to give me a heart attack. So
gives a lot of love there. So be like, as much as you had pain, give as like equal or maybe even more love there.
Okay.
So surprise yourself how much you can give yourself.
So would you recommend like kind of mixing all the colors within that circle area?
Follow your intuition. Do you want different support?
Okay.
Because like on mine, I gave more red, but this is because I want like feel very grounded. Energetically grounded. If you want different and a lot of happiness, sense of lightness in your legs, give different colors, different flavors. Don't feel constrained to one color there.
Okay.
And by mixing, you may create the whole rainbow. Does anyone have any questions? Or everybody is so intense in process?
So much to do.
Yes, and it's very important subject. It's not something that like, oh, I will delay it and maybe in a week I will come back to it. It's really what you want to work on right now, and and I'm glad we can. And I definitely need to drink more water. Any physical sensations in your body? Okay, so now I have enough structure. So blue is fine. A little bit. So that's why men usually prefer blue colors, because it gives them sense of structure. And it's interesting that the blue is has this sense of trust. People trust to blue color, and big companies usually use in advertisement blue color if they want like big banks or financial companies, like if they want to their clients to trust them, they use in advertisements a lot of blue colors. And another thing that I think it already was an experiment. Like if you color the room in blue colors, the temperature, like if you measure the temperature, it's not just a feeling, but the temperature in that room will be cooler, maybe 1-2 degrees than in any other rooms. And I think it's about blue color that people get thirsty if they see the blue color. And in the like in bars or pubs, that they may use some blue walls to make people order more drinks. So I don't know how much of those information are speculation. So I will not swear that it's everything is true, but this is the information that when I was preparing for another class, I found related to blue colors. If you find any other information, you're welcome to share. My human looks like there is a movie about robot, and this is exactly how that robot looks like. Okay. No worry, you will be a real boy or real woman. I have a magic coming. It's me talking to my body. Hope it's not too weird. Okay, my next drawing will be about gentleness to my body. I already know what I want to. It's already too late to do it on this drawing, but and this is more like working on my male side. All of us have both sides integrated, feminine and male side as well. And it will be about balancing, but not today. Just Okay, so how's everyone doing? Do you still doing? Take care of yourself. Because I'm not very good at organizing breaks. So make sure that if you need a walk or or water in, water out, take care. Today I've received more art supplies. I received new forgot to wash. Yarn, yes. So I'm going to wave the mandala and more canvas for some paintings.
Anna, it's already close to 11 here, so I'm gonna go.
Okay,
Yeah.
show me your drawing, and I will let you go.
Yeah.
I'm not bossy at all. So I love how you made stronger lines, like you made the field lines.
Yes.
And you can even make bolder going through your body, because it gives you more support in the body, not that just around you, but in your body, that you feel this strength in every cell of your body. And you still need more colors in lower side, because upper side is still be a lot of going on.
Yes, I will work on that.
Okay.
You said you're gonna show us something that you bought for.
Yes, I will show you. So this is the new tool that I purchased, and I'll show you. And before you go, I will show you one more thing. So this is brush. Can you see it? Okay, so this is the brush, and you can just do field lines. See how bold, and it's like really, the tip is a very thick. It's Faber-Castell, very easy to use, and it's what good is about brushes that when you color it on top of pencil, it does not. It's still working on top of the pencil, because like for Sharpie, usually they they absorb all this wax and stop release the color. So this is what I want. And one more thing I wanted to ask you. If you did not have enough revolution today, we can do something like this next time. Do you want to inspire your brain? Or we need some break?
I would definitely love to inspire my brain.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, so then we will need to print something like this. And if you want, I can, on my Facebook, I will post pictures, and you can pick which brain you like the most. Okay. And we will just playing with this, because this could be very interesting. I felt like when I was drawing this one, that marker is really going on inside of my brain. It's like it's really inspiring our minds.
Looks good. Okay.
Looks good, but it will be so there will be some energy activated for sure. So we just need to make sure that we have a creative release of it. So it's not just staying inside of our mind, inside of our brain. Okay, have a good sleep.
Okay, good night.
Good
you.
night. Yes. Good night, Texas. I'm using my new tool. Ooh, a lot of energy. I feel so grounded now. Which is really amazing because it's I always felt like I'm grounded, but it's obviously not enough. So now I have enough. So on Wednesday, we are going to repeat this class. Oh, on Wednesday, we are going to repeat this class, and I'm going to try to do gentle one. And we'll see. Because it's a different energy. I'll try. It doesn't mean that I will achieve it. Maybe 2 drawings is not enough. I wanted to ask you, like, did you have any areas that you are not aware, and there is so much energy and there?
It's in all parts of my body. I have so many lines. I mean, it's insane.
But lines in general, it's good, but like, did you have any areas where you have a lot of crossings? Lines is about nurturing. It's like really how.
Look at mine. I have horns. Do you see how many lines?
It's a lot of lines. And I see how golden you are. You look like a superwoman. Like this is blue line on from your shoulders and hands looks like a cape from a superwoman. Super. Horn is, it could be not a horn, but big. It's more like a bigger circle. We just don't see the whole size of it. So, but it's
Meg, you're muted.
yeah.
We can't hear you.
Oh, you cannot hear me?
No, she realized I was talking and myself was muted. So
Oh.
yeah, that's good. Having it be a circle and not horns.
No, it's really, it's about something about power. So it's really about power, and make sure that you have a balance between red, blue, and yellow. Other colors can appear as well, but it's make sure that you use all those three colors evenly. Like
Yeah, I'm not finished yet. This is just,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just not finished yet. but I just wanted to show how many, like all the rounding I had to do in the inside. It's kind of crazy.
It's a buzzing. So the whole body is buzzing. It's a lot of energy. So you, could you bring it a little bit upper so I'll see how, no, you have a good grounding. So make sure that you continue this colors to the ground, that you feel this groundness. Because if you have so much buzz in your body without grounding, oh my gosh, it's like people buzzing next to you.
Yeah.
So you need something very cooling. So you need water to calm you down.
Okay.
Because this energy is in your body. We just look at like this is drawing just helps to visualize it, but this is what is going on in your body. So much thought, so much energy, so much, and you need to really channel it. This needs to be released. And I love how big circle you have on the left. I think like from my point, it's the left side. This is really supporting, really helpful. Right? You have some circles too, but you can bring even more. So don't hesitate to bring more support for you.
Well, in the I can see one actually, but through the computer,
through the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it before.
Yeah. So be generous with your support.
Okay.
Okay, I'm still rounding my field lines, my alignment with the universe. I have one crazy idea at the end. Let's see if I can, if it will be achievable. think this is an endless process. Bring in more lines. Okay. It's easy.
I love your green in there, Anna. I think that's a beautiful color green.
It's definitely look more green than it began with. Okay, so let's shine this heart chakra. So I'm going to make such trace of green and different other colors. They are not exactly narrow lines, but I feel like this, because it's so intense, I need to share it with somebody and let it shine. And I've just noticed that I wear exactly the same green color dress today. When I return to your face-to-face, I'll show you. It's hard to see it through the camera, but I was attuned to my green from the beginning. It's hard because it's very dark for some reason. It looks like black, but it's a green. Okay, my green egg starts shining. Okay, something. What else is going on with this blue structure? So the good thing about this method, that like when you have this emotion that you want to release, but you don't want to talk about them, it's very good for, it's not a substitute exactly, but as a, sometimes when you don't feel comfortable talking, you can talk, or you can use this one. This is any subject that you can work on. My blue, green sun. Okay, so how are you doing, girls? Anything has changed? Any emotions, any feelings? Any
I'm just like
insights?
puzzling with the having 3 colors.
It's not easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it slows me down and gets me to pause a little more.
But it's really about balancing how, like, what do you, what is your favorite color out of those 3?
Me?
Yeah, do you have a
Oh,
favorite one?
gosh, I don't know. I mean, I guess I go to structure, the blue,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm happy it's not like all blue.
Can I see it? Wow, it's like really glowing.
Yeah, let's see if I can.
Your body is so feminine compared to mine. I love how it's really different.
See a smiley face.
So what I want to show you, like first of all, look how those lines, they really like creating squares. You don't like changes, I guess. You even in lines there is a structure. Notice
Sure.
how there is a diamond around your body. So you want something that you don't want to change. And notice how little resources you allow yourself to use. How
like
big your body is and how small circles are. Be more generous to yourself.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Because you so much space around, and I'm pretty sure like everyone is willing to give. No, just allow yourself to take.
More
Very beautiful body.
Thank you.
Okay. This is really something with this. Let's see if I can change my structure and be more. No, blue one. Okay. So from my drawing, I really learned that I need to explore more gentle lines and gentle colors. I need to be a little bit more gentle with my emotions. Just play with them at least and see. It's always so intense. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's just getting overwhelming. Okay, Kenny, how do you feel? Did you bring this big support for yourself? Wow, I love how big it is, and look how you look different. You're all these different colors. You are shining. You are really like the different qualities.
That makes sense.
Very different, and it's
Tracking.
I love how different it is. And it's,
I was told by one healer that I'm a mutant.
and I love how big circle you added on the bottom. This is really helps to balance. Like you see how the whole structure is now relying on that circle. Everything is it holds so much weight, but it's big enough to hold the weight. So it really gives a sense of groundness and support. And I'm looking forward to see what kind of colors will be outside. What are you going to shine to the world? Because what you have inside is very interesting. Very like you can look and it's everything is greenish. So there is all this sense of kindness and heart. So looking forward, you going in very beautiful direction. So yeah, keep.
I like that it looks like I'm holding one big egg.
So yeah, listen to the egg. Maybe it's already ready to crack, and something beautiful will be born out of it.
It actually, now that I'm looking at it, that looks like the yolk, and this is the rest.
That you are an egg.
And that shape has come up on most of my pictures.
So something ready to be born.
Yay! I'm in my rebirth year, you know.
Yes, it's very important to be born on a different level. And in your case, it's more about shining. Be born and let the world know that you are new and shiny. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay.
As far as physical symptoms, my right upper back has been a little tight.
Because we are drawing like for 3 hours. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's been going, it's kind of been coming and going. And at one point I had an interesting sensation in one of my ears. Yeah, I've had a few sensations move through.
So so if we have such a strong sensations, what I want to show you very simple exercise. So I want you even maybe like if it's not too loud you can do it. So put your feet on the ground. You can still sit or stand whenever you want. And you just, especially when you have so much energy going on, restless energy, you need to reset your brain. And it's very easy to do, like just do very strong, very loud 3 claps over your head. So your hands should be burning from the clap. they should be activated and hence connected to the brain. It's not just the sound, but the connection, like activation your hands and resetting your brain. So there is a I don't know if you notice, but there is some shift in the whole energy system when you
Oh
do
yes, very much so.
So like use it as much as you need it. Like
So does that like connect the two hemispheres of the brain? Is that
Yes.
part of that too?
Yes, just it gives the sense of reset.
Nice.
Turning a computer off and on.
So Meg, do they burning? Yeah. So stay with this energy. So you're bringing so much, like you really changing it. Okay. So I'm definitely don't see my body here. I see just the flow. Okay, maybe tomorrow I will look at my drawing and see something new. Okay, girls, it's already 9:11. So do you want to stay? Finish it on your own.
Do we need to draw field lines after we finish
Yes.
coloring?
Yes, we need field lines, and maybe if you want to make more noticeable something that is very important for you on this drawing. So what do you want to see when you look on the drawing? So what is the most important, what gives you the most, maybe it's the support, maybe it's your outline, maybe it's, for me, it looks like the heart right now is what gives a lot of attention of mine. So I have this need to finish these lines, but I highlighted more heart area. But you can give support more, maybe you need more grounding that you highlight. So whatever you want to remember, whatever gives you more feelings, more emotions, make make it noticeable. You can bring like bolder lines around this shape, or maybe you bring more colors, bolder colors, and maybe working with shades of these colors and feel it like almost like a 3D shape. Sometimes you can do it. For me, it's a lot of going on in my body. My poor body. I need to take care of you. And you can use, we usually use 2-3 lines for such size field lines. But if you need more, if you feel like you need more structure and more alignment with the universe, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 lines that merging, and on top there is only 3. So you can be generous with yourself. Don't really limit yourself. So maybe I will add something else later. So any questions before we go sleep?
When do we sleep? I'm gonna
Because we're sleeping.
keep going, doing this. Mm,
Okay, so like if no questions, so I will post on Facebook pictures of brain, and we'll do some more experiments next time.
Thank you so
And
much, Anna.
give me feedback, like if it's especially if any strong sensations. So make sure that you drink enough water. A lot of water helps to release the information from our body. Like if any outdated patterns we were able to let go, we need to wash it out. Just drink pure water, not coffee or tea, but water. This is very important. And it's what else? Sleep well. Make sure that you sleep, give your body rest, and just pay attention. Just listen to your body. Maybe it needs something that, maybe it needs a walk, maybe it needs sleep, or maybe it needs some, I don't know, love. So give it to it. My body needs a haircut, but there is no options for it. So it will be in a month. Maybe even sooner. So thank you for being here. It's always my pleasure to work with you girls.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anna.
Thank you. And I hope to see your final drawings. Your beautiful bodies.
thank you.
Bye, ladies.
Bye. Have a good night.